Today is National Working Moms Day, and the number of mothers balancing careers and family is at a record high. The Department of Labor says the number of moms in the workplace is now 1.9% higher than in February of 2020. And it comes as the U.S. Surgeon General issued a warning just last year saying the rising levels of parental stress has become a public health concern, especially for moms. ABC News parenting reporter Bethany Braun-Silva is here with more on that. Bethany, 68% of working moms say they are burned out, compared with 42% of working dads, according to a 2022 report. So what do you think is factoring into this? Why are we seeing so much burnout among working moms and working dads, but so much more with working moms?
I think that working moms are juggling more than ever. We are trying to reemerge from the pandemic, kind of reclaim our space in the workforce, but nothing else has changed. We still have to manage our kids' extracurricular activities, schooling, all of that. So really hoping to see a change in the narrative around, how working mothers are perceived, the way we can advocate for ourselves at home and at work, and even with our own children. I have some systems. I know, Diane, you love a good system.
I do love a good system.
Some tips to help sort of, offset that burnout so that you could really give yourself, I like to say, space and grace.
Okay, so walk us through some of these tips so that we can all literally take notes right now.
Absolutely. We know that burnout happens when everything and everyone depend on one person. So we have to create a system that functions when you are not there. We live in a digital age, so, sharing lists, calendars, to-dos, all of that is so important. It's not enough for somebody to volunteer to bring the kids to soccer practice, let's say, if they have to ask you where it is, what time they have to be there, and what do the kids need. So we really need to treat family life like a well-run team and not a one-woman show.
What are some changes you're hoping to see for working moms in the future?
Whenever I talk about this, I'd like to see the changes start at home. As I mentioned, we can't operate alone. We can't operate in a vessel. We need to get our kids, get our spouses involved. We know that kids as young as 2 are not only capable of doing age-appropriate chores, but they thrive off of them. So anyone who's involved in the household, in that family management, can also be contributing to the workload that happens at home, because we also know the burnout is not necessarily in the doing, it's in the caring. It's in all of the things that we have to do today.
I was going to say, it's not just the physical tasks that need to be done, it's the person managing all of those things and trying to remember all the things that need to be done.
Absolutely. So if we can delegate that, if we can give our kids the autonomy that we don't even have to ask them to do it, then that gives us that space and grace to turn back onto ourselves, which is so, so needed.
Love it. ABC News parenting reporter Bethany Braun-Silva, thank you.
Thank you, Diane.